Elevation, AT4, AT4X, Denali. Case closed. For your GMC, we're professional grade.
This is the island where adulting takes its own vacation. South Padre is more than an island. It's the island.
I fell on a loose towel at the grocery store, and now they're saying it's my fault. Do you think you could help?
Of course I can help. You should be focused on feeling better.
Oh, thank you, Lunchin. Hey, do you think I can get a selfie?
Of course.
No importa en cuál etapa de tu vida te encuentres, Texas Almus College está aquí para ayudarte a progresar. Ya sea que estés empezando desde cero, cambiando de carrera o adquiriendo nuevas habilidades, TSC tiene programas accesibles diseñados para adaptarse a tus metas. Es hora de dar el siguiente paso. Piensa en grande, piensa claramente, piensa en TSC.
The standard of excellence has always been Cadillac, so be iconic and drive one. Free your Cadillac, Brownsville, Texas.
Kenny Perez came from a small town in Texas. At Kenny Perez Law, we won't stop fighting until our clients get what's rightfully theirs. We're right by your side, no matter what. Call Kenny Perez Injury Lawyers today, 956-999-1111.
What's up, everybody? We are back with another episode of Lunching with the Hounds, March 25th after the spring break vacation for myself and the kids. Happy to be back. First episode of Lunching with the Hounds is always presented by Meta Training. Be sure to go by and give Coach Neto and Coach Maida a visit. Meta Training, the official sponsor of Lunching with the Hounds. First guest today, joined by Mr. Blake De La Garza, representing the boys tennis team. Blake, how's it going?
Going good.
Good. Let's put this a little bit closer. There we go.
Right.
Cool. Blake, happy to have you here, making your debut on Lunch with the Hounds, again representing the boys tennis team. The tennis season wrapped up the other day, Monday, in San Antonio, Blake. So just talk to me about the district meet and just your experience with it and what do you think overall?
District meet, it was fun. You know, the drive up there was nice. It was chill on the bus and everything. The actual meet when we got there, you know, it was very early, so you do have to wake up early. You know, our first match, we get there. Mind you, I hadn't played in a week in spring break. I had been active, but not necessarily tennis. So it was kind of harder for us, so we did lose. But I feel like as if we played very well. We just need to work on our communication, I feel like, Emiliano. But other than that, I think it went pretty well.
Yeah, I think overall, just as a season, you know, the more you and Emmy worked together, I think you guys really found some chemistry, and you guys had some success along the way throughout the different meets that you were at. The district meet, was this your first, or did you go your sophomore year?
I went my freshman year.
Your
Sophomore
freshman
year, I didn't go.
Okay, so you had some experience with the meet. Did anything change between your freshman year and your junior year?
Yeah, a lot actually changed. So in freshman year, my mentality for tennis, because it's a very hard mental sport, it was really bad. So and I played singles too, so it was a completely different thing.
Okay.
So I was just horrible mental state. Like, I didn't really care about the sport. Like, I just wasn't good, you
Yeah.
know, like, but compared to now, I feel like I've improved a lot more. And it was like at first, like freshman year, when I was very nervous, but this year I was like confident going into it. Like I was like, I know I'm gonna play good. Like I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah.
As opposed to freshman year, where I was kind of nervous, like walking with my head down, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think just with that comes your development as a player. Between the years, your brain, maturity,
Yeah.
and just gaining more experience, and you more took it as a learning curve your freshman year. What made you want to join tennis? I know your dad's an alum here. He's a big
Yeah.
tennis guy. Is he a main reason why, or one of the reasons why?
He's probably the main reason why. Yeah. So my dad, when he was here, he won state. He took a three-peat,
Okay.
like Fran. So,
Okay.
but he also played doubles, so it wasn't singles. That's still very good.
Mhm.
So he was the main reason of me wanting to join because tennis runs in my family, like almost my entire bloodline, like my dad's side.
Mhm.
We all played tennis. His parents played, his brothers play, his sister plays,
Mhm.
my cousins play, which
Mhm.
like
And
we all play.
And all St. Joe people, I assume, or most of them.
Yeah.
Or, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So what's going home like with your dad and just having that competitive nature, and then also the critiquing, the criticizing, the good criticism, constructive criticism. What's that like when you go home and you guys maybe review your game?
But when we go home, he's always telling me like things that I need to work on and stuff.
Yeah.
So because like he knows, like he's a good like mentor to listen to for tennis. Like he knows what I need help with and what I did good on. So like after the match, we'll just kind of sit down and we'll just talk about it. Like he'll ask me what I think I did good on, and then I'll ask him what do I need to improve on, and we'll just go back and forth and talk about it.
Absolutely. So you're a Federer or Nadal kind of guy? Or who's
I
your
like
favorite?
Federer.
Federer is
Federer.
your favorite tennis player?
Federer is my favorite. Yeah.
Absolutely. What makes the sport of tennis unique and just the skill set that it requires?
But it's very different compared to other sports. It's very challenging mentally. Like if you don't have a good mindset, you're gonna lose. Like very very mental game, and also you're not necessarily with a team. Like it's kind of just you by yourself. If you're playing doubles, you have your partner, but like mainly it's yourself. You need to focus on yourself. You need to see what you're doing good, what you're doing bad, what you need to work on. So it's very very challenging.
For sure, absolutely. What excites you about given that you have one more year, your senior year coming up with another year of tennis, and just some things that you want to work on, and what excites you the most?
I'm excited to get back out there and keep playing because this year I did really enjoy tennis as opposed to my freshman year.
Yeah.
And then, I'm just excited to get back out there. I'm going to do a lot of training in the off season, so I'm going to still keep playing consistently. I'm not going to give it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And do you plan on maybe trying singles next year, or are you going to stick with the doubles, or how does that
I don't
work?
know. I was considering playing singles next year. That's something I'll need to talk to, like I need to talk to myself about, obviously, and then also my doubles partner, see where his mind is at. Because, like I was asking a couple like my friends, and they're like, I don't know, you should consider singles. And I was like, I was considering it because I feel like my senior year, especially if I train a lot this offseason, I feel like I'm gonna be able to be like I'm gonna be able to keep up in singles.
Absolutely. So, what else do you have planned for the rest of the school year?
Rest of school year right now, just grades mainly. I have to keep those up to stay on the team, and then, grades. I'm gonna keep playing.
Yeah. Do you have any tennis superstition, maybe, or maybe even before the match or anything like that? Anything on the playlist?
The playlist, the music.
What do you got?
Listen to certain music.
What do you got on the playlist?
Just mainly Drake and stuff like that.
Drake?
Like not necessarily like hardcore lock-in music like the football locker room, but like some more chill stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, music plays a big role because I'll listen to music before every tournament day. So yeah.
Anything maybe pre-match meal? Anything to go to?
Honestly, I don't have breakfast. Like I
Really?
rarely eat breakfast. I'll eat maybe a banana if I feel like it, because in my tournament days, I don't know. Like I just don't eat breakfast. I don't know. And then I play fine. Like I'm good without breakfast.
Very interesting. Blake De La Garza, a junior here at St. Joe, representing the boys tennis team. Again, the tennis team wrapped up their season Monday in San Antonio. So Blake, any shout-outs before I let you go?
My parents and my sister.
Absolutely. Blake, thanks for stopping by.
Yes,
When
thank
we
you.
come back, Ms. Grace Cowan is going to be joining us. She'll be representing the girls track team when we come back.
Rev up your future with Texas Southmost College's Auto Body Repair Program. In just 2 semesters, you'll gain the skills to become an auto body repair specialist. Learn using industry standard iCar Academy to get you job ready fast. If you're ready to drive your career forward, TSC's auto body repair program is the place to start. Classes are filling fast, so visit tsc.edu and apply today.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years.
Leave the hiring to us. Let us become your personal hiring guru.
We have a network of skilled employees to fit your needs.
Your success is our strategy.
Don't hesitate, call us now.
Welcome back to Luncheon with the Hounds, presented by Meta Training. We are joined by our second guest, Miss Victoria Flores, representing the girls track team. Grace Cowan's going to be, she's in the on-deck circle. She's also representing the girls track team as well. So, Victoria, you're no stranger to the show. Welcome back. Happy to have you again. So,
thank you.
We're going to talk some track here, and you're already a junior.
Yes.
A couple years ago, you were here on as a freshman and just kind of learning the ropes of the cross-country world and the track world. Where do you feel you're at just as a student and as an athlete a couple years later as a junior?
I mean, definitely you see yourself grow. And I feel like I've also noticed it with my coaches. Like, it's weird to me. I thought about it the other day. Like, Teddy literally saw me grow up, like, in a way at this school. And I feel like athletically and academically, I have, like, grown so much, like, since my freshman year. Specifically, athletically, where I started this year, it was totally different to where I started, like, in past years. So to be able to come out in the beginning of the season and have a strong start to running a good 400 time, I feel like definitely that was probably one of the highlights of that I really saw the change in. And I guess just I've also seen the team change. And so you also see, like, different people come and go. And that really stuck with me, like, throughout my freshman year. And, like, and now, like, it's different when you're, like, the one that's, like, been experiencing everything. So, yeah.
And you're the one also helping guide the younger kids.
Yes,
as well
definitely.
Too.
Yes.
Absolutely. And you already have, you know, a district championship under your belt. And you have some state experience as well. And the big headliner this weekend is the Meet of Champs. And that is the meet here in the Rio Grande Valley where you have to qualify to make this meet. So not everyone gets to go to this meet, right? No. And the good challenge, you know, like they mentioned this morning in liturgy about the underdog story.
Yes.
And I was like, that's great because that's really the mantra of St. Joe in itself. You know, so the good thing for Victoria is, for the folks that aren't too familiar with it, you're going to go up against 6A programs, 5A programs, the Mac Highs, the Los Fresnos of the world, the Harlingens, these premier track programs. But I think it's all good. It's good competition for you guys.
It definitely is. And going into, like, doing these meets here in the Valley, like, we'll have some that are, like, okay competition and some that are really good competition. So I would say it really prepares us when we go to district and regionals. And I'm not, like, downing on any of, like, the private schools either, but it's just a different kind of a different kind of competition there. And there's some that are really good and there's some that give us okay of a competition. And just to get experience with, like, 6A programs here and bigger schools that have a lot of girls to work with, I could say it definitely helps us improve, and it definitely gives us, like, that sense of competition. Like with vets, I know we always go with them in the 4x4 and also like the other schools, and so I would say
and also the environment, the venue itself.
Yes.
Because you know you've already been on that big stage, but this just helps you gain more experience and just kind of helps calm the nerves. It's one thing to run in front of an empty stadium, right? At a smaller meet, no disrespect, but then when you go to the city meet, it's a little bit of a bigger venue. Obviously, the regional meet in Seguin is a big venue. Waco, we've seen that.
That was a lot.
It's a lot of people. And then, all eyes are always on the Meet of Champs. So you're going to be competing in the 400, and what relay are you going to be?
The 400, 4x2, and 4x4.
So both relays and the 400.
Yes.
So Talk to me how good the relay team has been so far. I think you guys just get better and better.
Yes. Our 4x4, that was our hidden weapon last year, I think.
For sure.
In the beginning, we were kind of off to like a little bit of a slow start, but that's because we didn't have our set lineup until the very end.
Yeah.
I think regionals was our closest that we got to what we ran at state,
Mm-hmm.
and that was because we had made a switch for the state lineup,
Yeah.
and so usually the relays are kind of like that. We don't really have a set like lineup until the very end because everyone's kind of doing their own individual events at district,
Mm-hmm.
and once you taper down to regionals and state, those people probably won't be doing those individual events at that point.
Right.
So that's how we get our stronger relays towards the end, and I feel like um what do you
The relays and
yeah
finding your rhythm, getting
no
on
yes
point. Yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
It's okay.
No yes, like in the beginning of the season it's always kind of like a slow start, but this year we've had a really good start to our 4x4, and we've already ran close to our time that we ran last year at state.
Right.
Also for the 4x2, we ran like around the same time we also ran at state,
Mm-hmm.
and so that was pretty interesting to see, and how we're going to be able to taper down that time as we get closer to state.
And that's good because you're doing this, I would say, ahead of schedule. Right?
Definitely.
You know,
yes.
you still have, a couple meets, and then, district is in about a month, but you guys are certainly on the right track. Obviously winning the city meet, that's always fun. Was it the 4x4 that we smoked everyone, right?
Yes.
I
it
thought
was.
it was impressive.
Yes.
It was very impressive. So, what else for you in the 400 that excites you? Individual side.
It excites me because usually, like in the past 2 years, like my freshman and sophomore year, I hadn't been able to really get that opportunity to run a 400 every single meet how I have this year, an open 400 I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And so this year it's been really special for me, and it's giving me a lot of confidence to be able to see how I can improve every week, and how my time has gone down from the beginning of my freshman year when I was happy running like a 67 to now I'm running like consistent 61s.
Yeah.
So it's obviously like there's always room for improvement, and I'm still like wanting to be better and to get a better time, and obviously the season's not over yet, so I think I have a lot of time for that.
Right.
But it's just been very I feel like I'm proud of myself in a way, because it's a very different kind of season I've been having, and I think to be able to go into meet a champs qualifying for the 400 and to be not in a bad position, it's very special for me.
Absolutely, for sure. And just a junior, and just thinking of the lineup, and that's it's a young team, but it's not a young team in a sense where you have experience. The other girls, Grace, has experience. Sara Coronado, a lot of these girls that are just mixed in on the relay team. And you guys certainly put in the work.
Yes, we do.
I mean, you guys put in the work. I've seen you put in extra work on the track, and I mean all those things matter when you get up to the regional and when you get to the state level.
No, yes, it does. Like you don't think it's paying off, but it really does. And you think about like those times where you wanted to stop the workout and you just keep going, and it's just like all of this. Like I saw it last year, even at state, all of the work that we put in, even for like me and Grace in cross country, like it really did pay off towards the very end, because you don't think it's making a difference, but it really does. And showing up and just being there for your team, not only having a good attitude, but putting in the work and practice, it really does make a difference.
Yep. And you're an emotional leader, you're an emotional athlete. Just talk to me where that comes from, and you can see the emotion in you when you're competing.
Yes, I mean I really do have a love for my track team. I feel like cross country is always different, but I really do like have a special place in my heart for track, and a lot of us like we have a really special bonds. So I mean it's just natural for me to have such a passion for it, and to be able to just show that emotion, even if it's in practice or we're laughing or something. But it's always just like we're serious when we need to be, and we're funny, or like when we're having fun when we can.
Right.
So it's just natural to me. That feeling comes natural because I just have such a love for the sport, and also such a love for my teammates, and it's also I feel like they also deserve to have that treatment. We all need to be good with each other and not to bring each other down, because if you're feeling stressed about a meet, if you're feeling nervous, chances are like your teammates are too. So it's not going to make anything better just to be negative. And I feel like that's what really describes our team. Like we all have fun with each other, and we all work hard when we need to work hard.
Absolutely. So the Meet of Champs is this weekend. The prelims are on Friday.
Yes, correct.
And then the finals are on Saturday. So hopefully our girls can cook something up in the prelims. But if anything, just, improve your time. Improve your time.
Yes,
and
that's the goal always.
Improve your time, stay healthy, and then whatever happens, happens. But that district meet's quickly coming up. It's coming up quicker than we think.
I didn't even know. We're like already almost through the
it's
season.
March 25th.
Oh, my.
April and May, and you're going to be a senior.
I know. That's
Can
crazy.
you believe that?
I can't believe that.
That's time goes by very, very fast. But
Yes.
Victoria, thanks for joining me as
Thank
always.
you.
Any shout outs before I let you go?
Shout out to my mom and my dad.
Absolutely. Miss Grace Cowan is going to be joining us on the other side of the break. This is Lunching with the Hounds.
It means a lot to me. TSC has changed me to make me realize that I can accomplish things. Just don't give up. I've come a long way from where I was to what I am now, and there's no limit to where I'm going.
If you've been in a car crash, call Kenny. We're available to take your call 24/7, and we don't charge a fee unless we win your case. When you're in a car crash, call Kenny. Call 999-1111 now for a free consultation.
Turn your passion into a powerful career at Texas Southmost College. Our automotive technology program will train you in everything from maintenance to full vehicle systems repair. Earn a certificate or associate degree and get certified to work as a C maintenance or B-level technician. You'll be guided by seasoned instructors who have decades of real-world automotive experience, helping you get ready to roll into the industry. So take the wheel and apply today at tsc.edu.
At Tortilleria Ibañez, flavor starts fresh every day. Crispy flautas, homemade tamales, and our signature chicken salad, all made for you. Tortilleria Ibañez, tradition on every plate.
Welcome back to Lunching with the Hounds. Our final guest here this afternoon, Miss Grace Cowan, representing the girls track team here this afternoon. We had Blake De La Garza join us, representing the boys tennis team. We had Miss Victoria Flores also representing the girls track team. And then now we have Miss Grace Cowan, also a junior. It was an all junior class today. Victoria, Grace, and Blake. I just realized that. Awesome. So Grace, I'm going to start with the headliner here. The story I want to hear and what people want to hear and know more is about the pole vault, your adventure with picking up the pole vaulting, and just talk to me how that came about.
Yeah, so like I want to do a field event that I was good at, you know, and after we lost to Cole, like that was a big area where we would lose a lot of points. Yeah. So I thought I would give it a try and see how it went. And I've been really enjoying it so far.
Yeah, and you picked it up like earlier this year in the fall, right? Is when I kind of saw you out there.
The off season.
In the off season, right? And what was that conversation with Teddy like with you, and just kind of, asking you to maybe try out the pole vault, or how did that go? How did that conversation go?
Oh, I brought it up to him back in the end of the season, the previous year, and I was like, it sounds really fun. Like, yeah, I want to give it a try.
Absolutely, and picking a field event, and in a spot where there was a void to be filled, and you bring up a good point on the points there. Have you found your niche, or like where are you at with the actual event, and do you feel you're where you want to be, or?
I feel pretty good. I've gotten first at the last two meets.
I would say so.
Yeah. I feel pretty confident.
And had you ever done it before in your life?
No.
So first time ever.
First time.
Wow, that's impressive. How long did it take you to kind of understand the basics? Because I see you guys out there, and it just looks very like repetitive, just kind of running and no jumping,
Yeah,
just
lots
running.
of drills.
And we're talking about those drills, and what was that like?
Yeah, so I started like as soon as cross country ended. I took like a week, and then it was straight to technique with pole vault. And so we didn't bring the pit out until January, and I've been practicing since the end of November, mid-November ish. So the first time I went over like the bungee or the bar was the day before the city meet. So
wow.
Besides all that, it was all drills.
Wow, absolutely. And is it just more of like drills, technique, and is it is it very fine tuned?
Yeah, very. Like you have to like do it again and again and watch videos and stuff like that.
When did you feel that you were kind of like in tune with the actual drills and the sets and?
Maybe like the past 2 weeks, I felt like I'm really getting it.
Okay. Do you feel you've I don't want to say you've peaked, but you're trending in the right direction?
Yes.
Right. Like
yeah.
you're nowhere near where you want to be, but you're trending in that right direction.
Yeah.
I feel so.
I've been PRing.
What's your PR so far?
It's 8.6.
8.6. What's your goal?
I want to get close to 10 feet by the end of the year.
Feet. Okay, that's doable. I mean, you're already at 8.6 now, and I think by then, talk about the Jim Hudson relays a couple of weeks ago in La Feria. You won that one. Talking about that meet. I thought that was impressive. And
I wasn't expecting it. Yeah, because like the city meet, it was a little different because there was only 2 other girls, and it was bar was very low. But the La Feria meet, like it felt like the first big meet where there was actual competitors.
Yeah, a lot of yeah.
And like I was seated really low. So I was like, it was a big surprise for me, but
absolutely. But you know, I think that's a meet for yourself, and maybe you know if you choose to do this again next year, that's a meet that you can look back and say, hey, since then I've found some confidence, I've found my rhythm, and now I can really kind of just take off with it. Do you kind of feel that same way?
Yeah, I feel like that.
Absolutely. I mean, it looks so difficult to just run up there and then give it a good.
It took me a long time to get over my fear of like falling backwards.
Yeah, but I mean, if you fall backwards, you land on the mat. So, but I mean, still,
sometimes
I will. Yeah, I would hope so. But yeah, no, you're totally. I mean, it's awesome. It's like, man, like look at her, and then you also got the high point at the city meet.
Yes,
I think that was tremendous as well. I mean, that's a great feat. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so I mean, like, it just adds up with the hurdles and the pole vault. Like. In Brownsville, like just the Brownsville schools, technical things like the hurdles and the pole vault, they don't have as good coaching as we have. So I get to show my technique and
for sure. Yeah, getting that high point I think was a great deal, and along with winning the city championship. But for you on the hurdles, how are the hurdles going? I know that's always fun.
It's been like a hard season for me, like the 100 hurdles. I'm feeling like a little like resistance because like you have to go fast and jump the hurdles, and the 300 is way less technique. So I'm better at
which one do you prefer?
The 300. Yeah.
Okay. I love to shoot the hurdles because there's so much action, but my gosh, it makes me so nervous.
Really?
I'm a nervous wreck when I'm watching the hurdles. I don't want anybody to fall or trip or anything like that, but it's just amazing to watch the athleticism run, jump, run, jump, run, jump, run, jump. Like it's very it's a fun thing to watch. It's very thrilling. It's like it's the intensity of it all is awesome.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to it now though.
Yeah, no, you fly right through them, and I'm like, all right, let's do it. But for me, I'm like, they're like, could you do that? I was like, no way. No way. Even when I was in high school, I wouldn't have been able to do that. But I can tell you really enjoy doing the hurdles. And you've also been a key role. You've also played a key role in the relay teams. Talk to me about the relay teams and where you guys are at with that.
So we've been having some difficulties like finding the right group of people that are like available with their different single events and how we can fit the relay in. So we really only have had one meet with the relay team we're going to go to meet the champs with. So we'll see where that takes us. They're all really good runners, but the fact of like the handoffs and everything needs to be smoother.
Yeah, for sure. What excites you most about? Is this your first meet of champs, or did you go last year?
I went last year.
You went last year, right? So you got some experience with it. But what excites you the most about going back?
That I feel like I actually have a chance to do better.
Yeah.
Like it was hard to get to the meet of champs last year.
Yeah.
For me.
And that's what we were talking about earlier with Victoria. That not everyone gets an invitation to the meet of champs. It's the real deal. It's a good event. It's the event in the Valley for track athletes, and it's a good chance for you to get your name out there, St. Joe, and represent. So I think also too, like Coach Drew was saying, you know, like we just want to improve on our times, and let everything else go from there. So, and you're gonna be also doing the pole vault. I think this is probably gonna be your biggest challenge yet.
Yeah, for sure.
What excites you about that challenge?
That like there's some like real competition that like those girls know how to do it, and I get to watch them.
Yeah, and you know it's a learning experience and a measuring stick to see where you're at, and that's only going to help you for district and hopefully eventually regionals and hopefully eventually state. So
yes.
I think it's a great challenge, not just for you but for our entire track team, really, to be able to.
It's really exciting because I mean, last meet of champs, it was like we barely had like a relay in, like it was very like.
Yeah. But you know, like I told Victoria, you guys are not young, but you're still on paper. You got this year, next year, but you guys have so much experience from a state level to the meet of champs to the La Feria meet. You guys all have a lot of experience, and that's got to help you, right, going forward with all the experience.
Sure.
And as far as the pole vault, you're just gaining more experience and you're gaining more confidence. But I think when it's all said and done, when you're done with your career, I think we're gonna look back at that La Feria meet and be like, that's the one that kind of set you off.
I hope so.
Absolutely. Well, Grace, any shout-outs before I let you go?
Just to my coaches and my team. They've been so awesome this year.
Absolutely. Have you had cheer tryouts yet? Or
Yes,
doing cheer,
we're
right?
in the middle of it.
How's it
so
going?
It's very tight with the schedule and everything.
Cool. No, but that's good. Yeah. So Grace is also a cheerleader in the fall. Hopefully she'll be back on the sidelines next year as a senior. Can you believe that?
That's crazy. I can't believe it.
The time goes by very fast. I tell you guys, my cousin's a senior right now, and he's on the soccer team at Edinburgh, and they're in the playoffs. And I said, hey, man, just enjoy everything. Because by the time you know it, it's going to be done, and that's it.
I can't believe it. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but you still got time. You still got time. But Grace, thanks for joining us. Miss Grace Cowan, Blake De La Garza, and Miss Victoria Flores. So we'll be out at the Meet of Champs later this weekend for the prelims and hopefully in the finals on Saturday. This has been Lunching with the Hounds, as always presented by Meta Training. We will see you guys next week.
No matter where you are in life, Texas Southmost College is here to help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs designed to fit your goals. It's time to take the next step. Think big.